everybody, here's Vera. This is part 2 on how I colored the skin. In the previous video I showed you how I use watercolors to block in the base color of the skin, and in this video I will show you all the extras. So I'll be showing you how I refine it with alcohol-based markers, then I'll be adding some texture with colored pencils, and in this footage I can also show you the whole process or how I did the tattoo for her. Yay! So this is my second voiceover video. I'm super excited. And if you would like to see the first stages, make sure you also watch the last video. I will also leave the link in the description below. First I need to refine my line work, and for this purpose I use very frequently alcohol-based markers. When I started off my adventure with marker pens, I bought a lot of touch markers. But of course in the industry, one of the well-known markers are Copic markers. I have some Copic sketch markers here and a little bit cheaper Copic Ciaos, which I really recommend for the beginning if you don't know what colors are gonna suit your needs. So again, to refine the line work on her and also to draw the tattoo and add some shadows and some accents, I will be using those first before I even start putting the details in colored pencils. Some of my most favorite colors are smoky purple. It goes very well with pale grape. And also, yes, with this one with baby blossoms, which is a very funny name. I felt super ridiculous when I bought it and I asked if they have baby blossoms color. Luckily I got it here in Berlin. I also like champagne. It's kind of beigey. It's beautiful. Then mallow, I bought it for the last Copic Colors challenge. It was necessary to have that color too. I like it a lot because I think it will be very cool to add accents to her hair. For some shadows, one of my all-time favorites is grayish lavender because I like lavender color by default. And it's grayish, so it looks more like gray, but with a very nice violet lavender hint to it. And then she's also wearing some mahogany blouse, so perhaps I'm gonna use Copic's light mahogany color. It's a very, very unique color too. Touch markers are much more limited in the color palette. That's why, even though they're a little bit cheaper, sometimes not even a little bit, they are just cheaper. At some point I exhausted all the color potential, and that's when I started to buy more Copic sketch markers. Yay! They're really great. I will also paint a tattoo on her, just like with the last painting, and for that I think one of the best purchases I've done last year or so, Copic Multiliner pens. They are waterproof, so they're not going to bleed, even if you added some extra paint or water afterwards because you forgot something. Or if you start with your line work, they're perfect. And I think the color is great too, because it's exactly between red and violet. It's called wine. I usually start with the 0.05, and then when I'm happy with the outline, I switch to 0.3 and I thicken the lines a little bit. So those are the materials I'm gonna start with to refine her. It's a very good idea to add some colored pencils for texture on the skin. So this will be quite tough because I have a whole folder of colored pencils. I have Polychromos, I have Prismacolor, And recently when I was in the city here in Berlin, I went to the Caran store and I bought a few luminance colored pencils. They're really cool. They have a really, really nice pigment. They're a little bit more expensive, but I think it's worth to go there and buy at least a few. So for the skin, I will need some yellowish tones. Here I have a bit of a creamy tone. I also have like the standard, I think most of you will have this color, burnt ochre color. So a little bit more towards yellow. I also have more creamy colors, like beigey, creamy. Not really pink, it has to be a little bit more muted, desaturated. And then I also have some browns. And if I would like to go a little bit darker, maybe on the eyelashes, maybe again for some shadows, for those purposes I have some black, even though I'm not a big fan of using black. So if black is too dark, then I'm using the dark indigo pencil. And I have a really nice blue here, which I broke it a while ago, but I tried to save it with some tape. It's actually working. It's like navy blue. Normally I also use some turquoise or some greenish blue, so to say, to add just a little bit of blue into the skin. It's as if the skin was alive. It's as if, you know, there are veins, there's some blood underneath. But in this one I don't want to mix too much turquoise, but I think I'm gonna go in with some sort of a blue, maybe this navy blue. Right now I'm happy. I'm gonna leave it the way it is, and I will focus now on the fun part, which is drawing the tattoo on her skin. And I'm gonna use Copic Multiliners in the color wine for that purpose. Last but not least, I'm adding some final touches with a white gel pen, and this is pretty much where I know that everything is done, because I always finish with this white gel pen, adding the highlights in the hair, on the lip, and around the eyes. That was the whole process, part 1 and part 2. I hope you enjoyed watching it and that this video was helpful to you. I list all the materials down below in the description. Let me know if I forgot anything. And since I'm just starting off, I'm very open to your suggestions, what you'd like to see or me to talk about. If there's anything you would wish for, then please leave a comment. And yeah, I hope there's some more stuff I can, guys, help you with. So I hope you liked it, and if you did, please leave me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you soon. Bye bye!